Back in the kitchen with Marilyn, talking shrimp. So you made a few recipes. They all smell amazing, including this curry.
And this is a mild curry because curry is so important for you for anti-inflammatories and for the spices that go into it.
Yes.
And so I just wanted to show that we don't have time. So I've mixed the ginger and the turmeric and the curry powder and cracked pepper, and it goes into with the shallots because I love shallots. And you always cook this first in the fat. If you don't, it tastes al craparino.
Oh,
because
really?
what happens is that it's a technical term. That's why I won that award. Anyway, no, it's because you're not going to cook it and it's going to be very bitter. So that was my little tip on that one. And then coconut milk, although I'm not a huge fan of coconut, you know, the whole fat thing. Show me the science in about 4 years and we'll talk about it.
Well,
I'm
I love
using
the fact that you just
milk.
said that because everyone is all cuckoo for coconuts.
I know. They're cuckoo for coconut,
Right?
and a lot of the studies have been on indigenous people, so maybe their bodies are used to whatever. So when I've seen the science, I'll do it. So we're going to cook that down. We're going to add the shrimp, the garlic, and the green onion, and it's going to look like that. But let's, in the meantime, I know it's so good. My son doesn't like curry, and he loves his dish. All right, so now we're going to talk about this soup because
it's an immune-enhancing soup.
It's immune-enhancing,
and this is not just any soup.
Oh, it's so important to have these kinds of ingredients in this time of the year. But I want to talk about qu'est-ce que c'est? Leek? Good for you.
Celery?
Wrong. It's a lemongrass.
Stick.
It's a stick.
Okay.
This is lemongrass. So people, when you go to the store, you go, what is that? But it adds this amazing, authentic Thai flavor.
Yes, it does.
It really does. And so, but it's like woody. And so you have to cut the top and bottom off. I take that outside layer out sometimes. But you're just throwing it into your soup to infuse it. You can't see what I'm doing.
And it's going to work. All the flavor's going to come through that way.
That's right. And but after you cut it, here's the other little trick. You have to kind of bend it to break down the cells because you want that maximum flavor. So you steep it, okay?
Okay.
And then you take it out. You don't serve this. You're not going to have that sticking out of your soup, okay?
No, it's not going to look good.
It's not going to look good.
It's not going to look right.
And I used, I'm about sodium. This is the best one that I know of, the blue menu of the chicken broth. There's no added sodium. Even though it's 110 milligrams, it's not added. It's the sodium from the ingredients.
So it's almost the lowest sodium you're going to find, right?
It pretty much is. It has flavor because a lot of the stuff tastes terrible that has no salt in it.
Right.
And then we're going to add fish sauce and low sodium soy sauce.
Okay.
And then we're going to add hot peppers. Now that's normal. You put those hot peppers in. I found these are called ghost peppers.
Okay.
I used, honest to gosh, I used a pinch. It blew my head off. And so it says it says 1 million Scoville or whatever it's called heat units. They're not kidding.
Okay.
Like if you eat this one, you'll die.
Go,
okay?
So
seriously.
Go really slowly.
So, oh yeah. Or
how does that compare to a Scotch bonnet pepper?
Oh, it's about 1 billion times stronger.
You're kidding.
Yeah, and you know sometimes
I don't even want to touch
ones,
it.
no, don't touch it.
Okay.
And if you did, don't be touching anything.
No.
Anywhere. Okay,
yes.
Right. Okay. Just
and
so that we're straight
use...
on that. Okay, good. And then we're going to add baby bok choy. Throw that in.
That's
baby bok
so
choy,
good for
folate
ya.
rich, so good for you. And then the shrimp. Look at even when I'm cooking and I've got an ice pack on it. So I want to serve this to the crew later.
Yeah, good for you. So we're being very safe with our cooking procedures.
We are. Okay, so now I dump the shrimp, and you want to stir that around with this. We have 1 minute. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Na-na-na-na-na-na-na. We can do this. We have the technology.
We're almost done.
We're almost done. That's why this soup is so easy. I want to talk about enoki mushrooms.
Oh, and it smells so good.
It smells so good.
What's making it smell so good?
It's the lemongrass and the fish sauce.
Oh,
these are
good.
enoki mushrooms. All mushrooms are immune enhancing.
Yeah.
Some are better than others. Now, my son doesn't like mushrooms, but I discovered that if you cook an enoki, these are all Canadian mushrooms too.
Nice.
So enoki mushrooms look like this. They're kind of interesting.
Yeah.
If you cut the ends off, which is where the dirt is, and you throw them in the soup and you divide them up, kids think they're noodles.
That's true.
And so
they do look like noodles.
I'm not into flavor disguising, but you know what? They're so I mean, like, you know,
I
chop
do it
all
all the
up.
time.
You know what? I do chop mushrooms up and put them in things because they're so good for you. So those go in. We've done this in the totally wrong order.
Yeah.
And the other immune enhancing thing is miso.
Okay.
Okay. Don't just go to your website. Go to mine. You'll get the instructions. Miso paste you can buy in most large grocery stores. You can get it at Loblaws too.
Yeah.
And once you open it, you put it in the fridge. But you can't cook miso paste. It's a live organism.
Yeah.
A live stuff, and it's good for gut health. And we believe that gut health is the reason why some people can digest foods better, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay.
Immune enhancement.
So you
when
put
this
that
is
in
cooked,
after.
just before you serve it, you dilute it. It's a thick paste. You dilute it in a little bit of the sauce, dump it in, stir it up, and serve.
Beautiful.
And I think there's
then
other
you get
things
this.
missing.
Well,
I don't know.
go.
Oh, garlic. Okay,
so
good.
we talked about
That's what it looks like.
immune-enhancing soups. We want to go talk about, you know, the flu and the cold this time of year. So go to the website for that recipe, cityline.ca. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.